Everybody watching, your name and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Becca Cook, and I'm from Mars Hill, North Carolina, which is outside of Asheville.
How did you get started as an artist, and was there a person or event that inspired you?
I think I'm a visual thinker. I think in pictures, and so to me, art was a form of communication and expression. I actually was mute until I was a little bit older as a child. So my first form of expressing myself or trying to communicate was drawing with crayons, which I'm still doing. I'm 43 years old, and I just think in pictures. So everything to me is very visual.
And you said you're from Mars Hill. How did that place or community influence your work?
Well, I actually just moved there about 2 years ago. I was living in Savannah, Georgia. But I've been working a lot in Mars Hill with animals and with nature. So you're able to see some of those influences in my work. One of my paintings behind you has a deer in it, for example. So kind of bringing a lot of nature elements to my work.
How does your life experiences, whether personal or professional, find their way into your art?
Everything finds its way into my art, whether I like it or not. So anything I'm feeling, anything I'm experiencing is going to come out. For example, this is kind of my anxiety around news and our current, world situation. A lot of things. I work in theoretical quantum physics sometimes, and so computer angels are part of that. I kind of see my people I work with there as also computer angels trying to make the world healthier and more eco-conscious.
And do you have a personal philosophy that is reflected in your artwork?
Be authentic, be yourself, save the earth. And a lot of my work is spiritual. I jokingly call some of my paintings astral projection vacation photos because it's kind of a lot of dream work and things are involved in my work. That's really how I process all this stuff.
What is your most important tool or material for creating your art? Is there something you can't live without in your studio?
Crayons. Crayola.
The 64 packs?
Yes, no rose art. Get out of here with rose art.
Okay. Can you walk me through the process of how you create a piece? Is there an initial idea that you start with that turns into finished work?
Not necessarily. A lot of times I just kind of start. I'll just start drawing something and it just grows from there. If I am drawing a specific vision or dream, that might have a little bit more layout to it. But a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is very intuitive and very much like how we eat food or we drink water because we're thirsty. I draw because I have to express. But yeah, it's all very natural and flowing. Even with my dolls, I don't really have a concept in mind always. I just start crocheting and something comes out.
Okay. How did you become involved with Finster Fest in Paradise Garden?
That's a funny story. So I came about 4 years ago to Finster Fest. I'd never been here. I had brought a big 40-foot scarf with me that I had crocheted because I wanted to take pictures with it. And I met Howard, who kind of puts a lot of this stuff together, and he was like, I think you're one of us. I'm like, I think I'm one of you too. and then I came the next year, and I've been here ever since.
Okay. And how does the art legacy of Howard Finster, what does that mean to you, and did he influence your work at all?
It was very, very magical the first time I came here. I really felt like, because he's a visionary artist and he paints a lot of his visions and dreams and a lot of things that are kind of morality tales or mythology, symbolism, and those are all the same languages that I understand.
And how does that resonate with you and your own work?
It made me feel more confident because when you express in a kind of odd way, and then you see somebody else expressing in a similar odd way or in a similar language. It's almost like meeting people that speak the same language, which is very empowering.
Mm-hmm. What has been your most memorable experience at Finster Fest?
There's so many. Just doing this with the other artists, meeting the other artists. I've made so many friends here that are just lifelong friendships. So just meeting the other artists here is probably the most impactful.
Is there a particular piece in your display that you're most proud of, and can you tell me why?
I'll show this one behind you. This one is my imaginary friend when I was a kid, so maybe my most drawn one is Saffron of Love, and when I was a kid I used to draw him on every Trapper Keeper in every textbook I ever had, so I always like putting him in my art because he's like the OG original.
All right. Why did you choose particular colors or shapes or subjects in your artwork?
I do a lot of dream work and astral projection work, and this is literally the color scheme of those dimensions or realms, I guess you would say, for me.
And what do you hope people will feel or think when they view your piece?
I hope they're inspired to make art too. I make a lot of dolls for kids just because I want to spread the thing, like, you can draw too. You know, you can draw with crayons. I try to keep my work pretty simple too, and I don't get real fussy about it because I think just expression is cool, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to come from necessarily an art college and technique. It can just be you scribbling with whatever you have at home.
What's the biggest challenge you face as an artist?
Being a woman. It's very difficult being a woman in the art world. We really have to work harder and do probably several times as much work just to get our work noticed and into galleries and into spaces. Being a woman is kind of does have some benefit with being invisible to a certain extent, but it's also very difficult.
And what does the word artist mean to you?
I just feel like that's something people told me that I am. You know, I feel like an astral traveler from space. I mean, I say I'm an artist because that's the word given, I guess, but I don't know. It's hard. I don't do really great with language, which is why I'm very much a visual artist person. I use the word, but sometimes I think people think artists maybe they think a different thing than I think.
So do you equate like astral travel with spirituality or with any particular religion or anything?
No, I'm not religious. I don't really follow any religion. It's very much just my own experience. I think it's spiritual, but I also think it's a science that we don't know yet.
Okay.
Because I think other people also experience similar things to me.
How do you feel folk art is important to society today?
Because it's working class people work. It's your everyday people in your communities. In your communities, there are folk artists, and I think that they are just the most pure in their form of creation.
Do you have any advice for aspiring folk artists?
Do it. Just do it. Just experiment, fail, have a graveyard of failed projects, and be okay with it. And just keep going.
And what's the most unusual material that you've ever used in your art?
I made a cat hair sweater out of cat hair once. I spun the cat hair into yarn, and then I made a crazy cat lady sweater.
How long did that take? A long time?
It took me probably 6 months.
Okay. Where can people find you and your work?
Becca Cook Art. You can Google search it and it'll come up. I also am on all the social media platforms as Becca Cook Art.
Okay. And is there anything else you'd like to share with anybody watching this video? A message or?
Well, I hope they're inspired to pick up some crayons and maybe draw something.
All right. Thanks. It was good talking to you.
Yes, thank you.